Shepard did everything right. More than we could have hoped for.
Commander Shepard uncovered the truth.
And still, it's not enough.
We're at war. No one wants to admit it, but humanity is under attack.
But they're sending him to fight Geth. Geth. We both know they're not the real threat. The Reapers are still out there.
And it's up to us to stop them.
The Council will never trust Cerberus. They'll never accept our help, even after everything humanity has accomplished. But Shepard, they'll follow him. He's a hero, a bloody icon. But he's just one man. If we lose Shepard, humanity might well follow.
Then see to it that we don't lose him.
Disengaging FTL drives. Emission sinks active. Board is green. We are running silent.
We're wasting our time. 4 days searching up and down this sector, and we haven't found any sign of Geth activity.
3 ships went missing here in the past month. Something happened to them.
My money's on slavers. The Terminus system is crawling with them.
Picking up something on the long-range scanner. Unidentified vessel. Looks like a cruiser.
Doesn't match any known signatures.
Cruiser
That's not a cruiser.
Now on intercept trajectory.
That's a giant rock with metal
Stealth
bits
systems
sticking
are
out of
engaged.
it.
There's no way a Geth ship could possibly...
It's not the Geth. Brace for evasive maneuvers!
Metal bits and lasers. Oh shit! Yep, those are definitely lasers.
Presley!
Kinetic barriers down. Multiple hull breaches. Weapons offline. Somebody get that fire out.
Yeah, I'm thinking the ship might need a new lick of paint when we're back.
Ready for launch. Will the Alliance get here in time?
It's the Alliance, so probably not.
I'm not doing this just so they can find our frozen corpses. Get everyone onto the escape shuttle. Joker's still in the cockpit. You won't evacuate.
Well, of course he is.
Get to the damn shuttle. I'll haul Joker's crippled ass out of here.
Is this really how we lose the ship? To a bunch of rocks with lasers?
Get the hell out of here.
Now.
Everybody in! Go, go, go!
Yeah, that's not good. That is, I'm pretty sure we needed some of those parts. Mainly the roof.
Mayday!
Yeah.
Mayday! Mayday! This is SSV Normandy!
You launched a beaker, Joker, come on.
Heavy damage from an unknown enemy.
Of course it's up to me to drag my stubborn ass pilot out of his cockpit. Yeah, it's going to take a little bit more than paint to fix this. Fucking hell, is this really how we go down? To God knows what in the middle of nowhere after everything we've been through?
Come on, Joker. We have to get out of here.
No, I won't abandon the Normandy. I can still save her.
She's just a ship, mate. She's just a ship. Come on, let's go.
The Normandy's lost. Going down with the ship won't change that.
Yeah, okay. Help me up. They're coming around for another attack.
Fucking hell, we're dead enough already.
Watch the arm.
Yeah, I don't think I'm making that. Right. Captain goes down with the ship anyway, right? That's the yeah. That's it. Oh, not good. Not good. Yeah. This is how I die then, huh? I've seen things you people wouldn't believe. Reaper ships on fire off the shoulder of the Citadel. I watched sea beams glitter in the dark near the Tannhauser Gate. All those moments will be lost in time, like tears in rain. Time to die.
Just another routine mission. Why do they always say that before a mission? Of course it's routine. You haven't done anything yet. It's everything that happens along the way. The choices you make, the paths you choose, that turn the routine into anything but. Of course, that's how it started. A routine mission, answering a distress call. And look where that got me. We were testing out the Normandy, Captain Anderson's new ship, when the distress call came in. An Alliance patrol on Eden Prime had been attacked. They'd seen something they couldn't explain. And whatever it was massive. I hit the ground with my lieutenant, Kaidan Alenko. A good kid, loyal, by the book, with a talent for biotics. We came across the lone survivor of the patrol, Gunnery Chief Ashley Williams. A soldier to the core. Tough, disciplined, ready to take on whatever came her way. Ashley joined up with us and took us to the spot where she lost her squad. That's when we saw it. The ship. Like nothing I'd ever seen. It was massive, scorching the colony and everything around it as it blasted away. We followed the path of destruction to an artifact, a beacon left by a long-dead race called the Protheans. The colony had dug it up, and whoever attacked them had tried to take it. Chief Williams made the mistake of getting too close. It hit her with some type of energy. I grabbed her and threw her out of the way. That's when it hit me. Hard. Every muscle in my body went rigid. I couldn't move, could barely breathe. Everything went black. And then I saw something. A vision. Dream. A nightmare. By the time I woke up, we were halfway to the Citadel on our way to meet the Council. I was expected to explain what I'd seen. Anderson came along. So did Adina, our political representative on the Citadel. With those two heavyweights, it seemed reasonable we could persuade the Council that the ship we'd seen was a potential threat, as was the individual behind the attacks. The main suspect for the Eden Prime massacre was a Turian Spectre named Saren. He'd been seen by one of the survivors from the colony at Eden Prime, and there was some evidence to suggest that the ship was connected to Saren. But even Udina's pointed accusations weren't enough to convince the Council. They just couldn't believe one of their chosen elite Spectres could be guilty of something like that. They needed proof, which meant I needed proof. Fortunately, I wasn't alone in my search. Garrus, another Turian, wanted to help. A top agent for Citadel Security. Despite orders from his superiors that he shouldn't get involved, he told me he was suspicious of Saren, and he had some useful leads. More importantly, he was willing to share them. That led me to Rex, the biggest, nastiest looking Krogan bounty hunter I'd ever seen. He turned out to be more than just a brute. It was his intel that led to a fugitive with incriminating evidence on Saren. The fugitive turned out to be an energetic little Quarian named Tali. A tech expert with a knack for hacking, she'd procured some information on Saren. Evidence that proved Saren was dirty. Tali's evidence proved that Saren was responsible for the massacre on Eden Prime, and that the immense warship we'd spotted was in fact Saren's flagship. But it went much further. Saren was trying to find a way to bring back a race of sentient machines from dark space. Machines allegedly responsible for cleansing the galaxy of all organic life. These Reapers were blamed for wiping out all life 50,000 years ago, including the Protheans, then disappearing back through the mass relays to dark space, leaving no trace they'd ever been. That explained why Saren was after the beacon, and it made some sense out of my visions. But not much else. We couldn't convince the Council that the Reapers were a threat, but they agreed Saren had to be stopped. They stripped him of his Spectre status and gave me the honor of becoming the first human Spectre. My first task? Bring down Saren. Anderson decided to stay behind, giving up his ship, the Normandy. He told me I would need it more than he would. He also pointed me in a direction. Liara, a Prothean expert, adept in biotics, and maybe most importantly, daughter of Benezia, Saren's top lieutenant. And like most Asari, as beautiful as she is intelligent, and born with a unique ability to meld with other species. Liara was able to help me decipher some of the vision the beacon had given me. Nothing concrete, but it gave me some clues. And a new appreciation for the Asari. Her technique for accessing my vision was unexpected, but not at all unpleasant. Ashley was a little concerned about the connection I shared with Liara. As commander, I knew either relationship had the potential to interfere with the mission. I told Liara about how I felt. Apparently, she'd felt it too. But we agreed we wouldn't let it get in the way of our mission. Finding Saren. Thanks to Liara's help, we had our next lead. Benezia. Saren had taken her to Noveria, where he'd enslaved a dangerous race of insect-like creatures, the Rachni. He ordered Benezia to use the same technique Liara had used on me to extract information from the Rachni Queen. The Queen's drones were everywhere, and they weren't happy. We had to fight through hundreds of them to get to Benezia. By the time we arrived, Saren was gone. With the information. I tried to reason with Benezia, but Saren had indoctrinated her. He had somehow acquired the ability to control people's actions and wills. Benezia wouldn't surrender, and Liara was forced to watch her mother die in her arms. And I was left with an angry, dangerous Rachni Queen to deal with. She claimed her drones would do no harm if I released her. But the Rachni had terrorized the galaxy before. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't doom an entire species for past sins. And the Queen was true to her word. She left and took her army of drones with her. With Saren's top lieutenant dead, he was quickly running out of time and places to hide. I tracked him down at his base on Vermeer, but we soon learned it was more than a base of operations. It was a breeding ground. Saren was breeding an army of Krogan. He'd found a cure for the genophage, a disease inflicted on the Krogan to prevent them from breeding and taking over the galaxy. But the Krogan Saren was breeding were slaves, mindless beasts that obeyed Saren's will. I had to destroy the base, and all its research. Rex disagreed. Violently. Rex wanted the genophage cure for his people. I tried to convince him to help me destroy it, that these Krogan weren't real. But he wouldn't back down. Fortunately, Rex is smarter than he looks. He realized this wasn't the way to help his people, and that Saren was the real threat. When we finally got to the center of the base, I realized just how close Saren was to completing his plan. He was already in communication with the Reapers. Sovereign, Saren's flagship we'd all assumed was just a ship, was a Reaper. It spoke to me, threatened me. I could feel the menace it had for every living thing. It wanted me dead. It wanted us all dead. And I knew it was capable of doing just that. What I couldn't understand was why Saren would help it. But there was no time to think about it. Sovereign knew where we were. We had to destroy the base and get the hell out. I split up my team in 2 squads, sending Ash with one and Kaidan with the other as a distraction. We had a nuke, and we planned to use it. Before we could detonate the bomb, Saren showed up. We fought. I stalled him to make time for my team. And in talking to him, I realized the truth. It wasn't Saren who was indoctrinating everyone. It was Sovereign. The Reaper. And Saren was in deeper than all of them. He tried to convince me he was still in control, said he found a way to reduce the Reaper's influence, but he was kidding himself. Or believing the lies Sovereign was telling him. Before I could convince him to stop, he ran, leaving me just seconds to extract my squad mates. I tried, but I wasn't fast enough. I could only save one of them. Kaidan was a good man, and a great soldier. But I had to choose, and I chose Ash. That was the last time Saren would slip away from me. I knew then, the next time we met, one of us would die. With my team mostly intact, we chased Saren and his army to Ilos, a long-lost planet that had once belonged to the Protheans. As we prepared for what we knew would be a desperate fight, I spoke to my crew. We were just one ship, against Saren's growing army. I assured them all that despite the odds, we could defeat him. Liara saw through my words. She knew I was hurting after Kaidan's death. She could sense my doubts. We both knew this mission could be our last. Until that moment, we'd put our feelings aside for the sake of that mission. But why wait? We gave in to each other, and it was perfect. While it lasted. We arrived on Ilos, close behind Saren. Once on the planet, we discovered a Prothean databank that helped me put the final pieces of my vision together. The Reapers had come 50,000 years ago, and every 50,000 years before that, each time purging the galaxy of life. The Protheans had fought and died, like every species before them. But a few survived long enough to leave a parting gift. The Protheans had discovered that the Citadel was the key to controlling the mass relays. By sabotaging the Citadel, they found a way to close the relays to dark space, slowing the Reapers' return, giving us the time we needed to find a solution to stop the Reapers once and for all. Saren knew this. He was leading his army to take control of the Citadel and re-establish the relays to dark space, bringing the waiting Reapers here to destroy us all. We followed him to the Citadel. It was intact, but heavily damaged. He had caught the Council fleets by surprise, and they were only now regrouping. And with Sovereign as his flagship, there was little hope the fleets could counterattack with enough strength to take back the Citadel. But Saren was done running, and I was done chasing him. As the Alliance and Citadel fleets battled Saren's army outside, I cornered the Turian bastard in the Citadel tower and confronted him. He died believing that the Reapers would save him. As I fought to regain control of the Citadel, the Council's flagship, the Destiny Ascension, fell under attack. Despite Saren's death, Sovereign and Saren's army continued to fight. The Council was aboard the Destiny Ascension, and they were requesting assistance. But I knew in order to help them, I would have to put our Human Alliance fleet in jeopardy. The Council could be replaced. The fleets were needed here and now if we were going to defeat Sovereign. Even with the Citadel back in my control, Saren defeated, and the Normandy leading the combined galactic fleet, the battle against Sovereign, a single Reaper, was relentless. It took the combined fleets of humanity and the other races, but in the end, Sovereign fell. But the costs were immense. While humanity's efforts in the war earned us our first seat on the Council, it was a hollow victory. The Reapers were still out there. I knew the fight was far from over, but as the one who'd led the fight against Saren, I was given new responsibilities. The choice of humanity's first counselor was left for me to decide. On the one hand, Udina, the lifetime politician. Ruthless and ambitious, he would easily navigate the political landmines that would soon be put in front of him. The other choice, Captain Anderson, the career soldier. Tough but fair, but a friend, and someone I could trust. Both great leaders in their own right. Anderson didn't want the job, which was a sure sign he'd be perfect for it. No ambition to get in the way. The war was over. The threat had passed. In time, the Council would rebuild itself. The Citadel could be repaired. Even the pain of lost friends would fade. But none of that mattered if the Reapers were still out there. And if they were all as powerful as Sovereign, we had to find a way to stop them. I had to find a way. I gathered my crew, took my ship, and went in search of answers. Officially, the Council would only say I was assigned to cleanup duty, rooting out any remnants of Saren's army. Just another routine mission.
They say your life flashes before your eyes right after death, or right before death. I think that's what just happened. Pretty sure of it, in fact.
Commander Shepard has been recovered. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
Right. Well, that certainly does look like me. But, have I learned anything new since my, whatchamacallit, demise? I will say, though, news of my death has been greatly exaggerated. So we have Soldier, Infiltrator, Vanguard, Sentinel, Adept, and Engineer. Well, I do not know any, or I do not have any psychic powers, that's for sure. So Adept and Sentinel, not really a thing. L5N implants, yeah, not really. Engineers. Combat drone overload, yeah, not really my thing. I'm more of a soldier, maybe an infiltrator. Avoid detection for short periods, granting tactical advantage over enemies. Tactical cloak, incinerate, AI hacking, sniper rifle, heavy pistol, submachine gun. Cryo and disruptor ammo versus soldier with adrenaline, concussive shot, all types of weapons, and 3 types of ammo. I think I'm just gonna go with soldier, same as I've always been, really. I think. Though infiltrator is really yeah. You know what? Let's go with infiltrator. I think the head-first approach took me, took me far, but ultimately took me to my grave. So I think for now, Infiltrator will do. A slight change in the combat style and approach to combat, I think, is warranted after one's death. Yes.
Something's wrong.
He's reacting to outside stimuli, showing an awareness of his surroundings. Oh my God, Miranda, I think he's waking up.
Damn it, Wilson. He's not ready yet. Give him the sedative. Shepard, don't try to move. Just lie still. Try to stay calm.
Heart rate's still climbing. Brain activity is off the charts. Stats pushing into the red zone. It's not working.
Another dose. Now.
Heart rate dropping. Stats falling back into normal range. That was too close. We almost lost him.
I told you your estimates were off. Run the numbers again.
Wake up, Commander. Shepard, do you hear me? Get out of that bed now. This facility is under attack.
I am really unlucky, aren't I?
This facility is under attack.
My ship was just under attack, and now supposedly I'm better, but the facility that's healing me is under attack, as someone has it out for me, I'm telling you. Yes, 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 I will grab the pistol from the locker.
Pistol
Sod
doesn't
your
have a thermal
pistol.
clip.
It's a med bay. We'll get you a clip from. Damn it! Those canisters by the door are going to blow. Get behind cover now.
Okay, okay.
Down, Shepard. Shield yourself from the blast. Someone's hacking security trying to kill you. Look for a thermal clip for your pistol.
A thermal what? Why would I need a thermal clip for the pistol? Pistols do not have limited ammo. We've...
Look out! Keep moving. We need to get to the shuttles.
Why is this a clip? For a pistol? I thought we were past that. The technology evolved. Didn't it? Did we go back in... Is this just a fever dream right before death where I think I went back in time? Well, we now have thermal clips well, we now have ammunition for weaponry. Used to be so much simpler, like, it would overheat, yeah, and then you'd switch, or you just stop shooting for a bit. Is this like the solution to that problem?
Security mechs are closing in on your position.
I guess so. I guess this was the quote-unquote solution to that problem. Okay, come on. Oh, they blow up. That's kind of cute.
Nice work, Shepard. Coast is clear.
Well, turns out, dying only slowed me down a little bit. What, do you think you could stop me? Okay. Now, it's not like I don't have a long list of enemies, but, I get the feeling that whoever's trying to get me is,
Don't waste time. I can't keep the mechs distracted for long.
Oh, you're keeping them distracted, are you, whoever you are? Is that what you call it?
Here come the mechs. Use the grenade.
The grenade launcher, you say?
Take the elevator down one floor.
Okay, do you know what? I'm liking this new technology. You have grenade launchers now. That's good. I like that.
Hurry! Get to the door! Run!
Ouch.
You're doing fine, Shepard. Head to the next room and I'll try to beat you. Shepard, you can free me. I've got them closing in on my position.
Head to the next room and you'll meet me there, right? How about you fuck right off, thank you. Is that? This is some kind of medical facility, right?
The cost of this project is astronomical. Over $4
Wait a minute. This is Cerberus, isn't it? I recognize the logo. I fought them on that planet. They were... I mean, they were bottom-line terrorists.
Progress is slow, but subject shows signs of recovery. Major organs are again functional, and there are signs of rudimentary neurological activity. In an effort to accelerate the process, we've moved from simple organic reconstruction of the subject to biosynthetic fusion. Initial results show promise.
So... they've repaired me by synthesizing, or like fusing biotissue with synthetic tissue. Well, I mean, yeah, muscles and bones and stuff like that, fine, but what about the brain? Did they get me on time? And much more importantly, this is all about me. Like, that's my hand and arm and what's left of it. That I don't even know what that is. Kidney, maybe? Guts? I don't know. Hard to tell. It's kind of been turned into mush. Are you telling me this whole facility is made just to bring me back? And 4 billion credits, I mean, I accumulated some wealth during my travels, but
Log update. I can't figure Miranda out. As project director, she should be ecstatic at all the progress we've made. But she's still the same old ice queen. Maybe she's afraid to ever become a new field.
Shepard, what?
I see my reputation once again precedes me. Yes, it is indeed me. Hello.
Thought you were still a work in progress.
Excuse me.
I just woke up. You probably know more than I do.
Right, sorry.
You say work in progress, as in...
I've been stationed here for...
Hostiles detected.
Sure, we'll talk later, never mind. Come on, let's shoot.
Things must be worse
Nice.
than I thought if Miranda's got you running around. I'll fill you in, but we better get you to the shuttle first.
What's with the mechs?
Security. Usually they fight for us. Somebody must have hacked them. That should be impossible, unless you've got access. We've got to get you out of here, Shepard.
It's your station, Jacob. I'll follow you.
First step, let's finish off these metal bastards. We're low on thermal clips, but I'm a biotic. Just give the order when you want me to hit them with the good stuff.
Okay, pretty good, pretty good. Could you maybe... Actually, I have... Yeah, could you pull that one? But I'm just realizing I have... stuff as well. I have disruptor ammo. Yeah. There we go. That ought to do it.
You're falling back.
Much better. Okay.
Ready to get the hell off this station?
Before we go anywhere, I need some answers.
Sure. What do you want to know?
Am I dead and is this just a fever dream? And if not, am I like a clone?
You said they spent 2 years rebuilding me? How bad were my injuries?
I'm no doctor, but it was bad. When I first saw you, you were nothing but meat and tubes. Anywhere else, they'd have put you in a coffin. But Project Lazarus was different. Cutting-edge technology.
Okay, so probably not a clone. Also, I'm really digging the name, Project Lazarus. I really, really dig the name.
What can you tell me about the project? Were there other test subjects?
Project Lazarus only had one subject. The whole point was to bring you back. Just you. Even that was a challenge. 2 years. All the top scientists. The best technology money could buy.
The last thing I remember is the Normandy blowing up. Did anyone else make it?
Just about everybody survived. A few servicemen from the lower decks didn't get out. Navigator Presley was killed by an explosion. But everyone else, including the non-Alliance crew, the Asari, Liara, and the Quarian, they all made it out alive.
Okay, well, I guess I did my job then, my final dying breath.
Do you know what any of them are doing now?
I don't know, Commander. It's been 2 years. They've moved on. Left the Alliance. Could be anywhere.
Well, I figured they have me pinned for dead, so I kind of want to give them the good news.
They were my team. If they knew I was alive, they'd come back.
Maybe you can track them down after we get off the station. If we get off the station.
See, that's where this pessimism thing really now doesn't really suit me. I've survived death. I'll make it out of the station. It's when we leave the station. Just minor correction. Okay. Who's this Miranda person I keep hearing in my head?
When I first woke up, someone named Miranda was talking to me over the radio.
Or am I just crazy and have completely lost my mind?
Miranda Lawson is the station's ranking officer.
Oh, okay, so she's real.
It was her job to bring you back to life, no matter what. Should have guessed she'd try to save you. She's not about to give up on you now. You said you lost contact. Could you tell what was happening?
There was some gunfire and an explosion right before I lost her.
She knows how to take care of herself. But I hope she's okay.
Yeah, well, likewise. Okay, you know what? That's all I have for now. I would ask, why are you so...
Probably best if we...
Check. Anyone on this frequency? Anybody still alive out there? Hello?
Wilson, this is Jacob. I'm here with Commander Shepard. Just took out a wave of mechs over in D-Wing.
Shepard's alive? How the hell? Never mind. You need to get him out of there. Get to the service tunnels and head for the network control room.
Roger that, Wilson. Stay on this frequency.
Let's get out of here.
You bet. We can get into the service tunnels through this door.
Okay, let's go. I would ask, why were you so dead set on bringing me back specifically, but you know what? Who cares? I would have been dead set on bringing me back as well, so... we'll just move on. Got him? Wait, the disruptor ammo is like... it shreds synthetic targets. Those guys are synthetics, so yeah, there we go. Okay.
Damn it, Wilson. This room is crawling with mechs.
The whole station is crawling with mechs. I'm doing the best I can.
Yeah, quit crying about it.
Wilson, where are you?
Server room B! Hurry! They're out of control!
Up those stairs.
Alright. Wait a minute, did I just... no, okay. Sorry, his head's still a little bit, you know.
Bastards got me in the leg!
You were there the first time I regained consciousness.
Yeah, that was me. How about we talk about this after we fix my leg?
Should be some Medi-gel in the first aid station on the wall. Hopefully there's enough to get him up and moving again.
Grab
So
the
go get
Medi-gel
it.
from the first aid station on the wall.
I mean, you're right there as well. Why do I need to grab it? But fine. There's a lot of
Wilson's
dead
hurt
people.
bad. He needs help.
Is this? Yeah. There you go.
Thanks, Shepard. Never thought you'd save my life. Guess that makes us even now, huh? I thought maybe I could shut down the security mechs, but whoever did this fried the whole system. Completely irreversible.
We didn't ask what you were doing. Why do you even have security mech clearance? You were in the bio wing.
Weren't you listening? I came here to try and fix this. Besides, I was shot. How do you explain that?
You're all strangers to me. Let's get someplace safe, then we'll sort out whose fault it is.
Right, Shepard. We need to find Miranda. We can't leave her behind.
Forget about Miranda. She was over in D-Wing. The mechs were all over that sector. There's no way she survived.
A bunch of mechs won't drop Miranda. She's alive.
Then where is she? Why haven't we heard from her? There are only two possible explanations. She's either dead, or she's a traitor.
She was the project director, wasn't she?
Then why did you wake me up and warn me about the attack?
And also that.
Okay, maybe she's not a traitor, but that doesn't change the facts. We're here, she's not. We need to save ourselves. The shuttle bay is only a few... You can overload the canisters to clear a path for the shuttles.
know when to quit.
You can overload them? Yeah.
That's it. Let's get out of here.
I didn't mean, like, overload them while you're sitting on top of them, but okay.
This is getting tense. Shepard, if I tell you who we work for, will you trust me?
This really isn't the time, Jacob.
We won't make it if he's expecting a shot in the back.
If you want
I
to piss
am.
off the boss, it's
Well,
your
I'm not.
ass,
Not
Jacob.
really. I mean, I
Lazarus
figured that...
Project, the program that rebuilt you. It's funded and controlled by Cerberus.
I think I ran into Cerberus a few times while I was investigating Saren. Some kind of pro-human splinter group, right?
Well, that's what the Alliance wants people to believe. But there's more to it. The Alliance declared you dead. They gave up. Cerberus spent a fortune to bring you back. Look, I'd be suspicious too. But right now, we have to work together. I thought you deserved to know what's what. Once we're off the station, I'll take you to the Elusive Man. He'll explain everything. I promise.
Oh, well, with a name like that, I'm sure it's going to be all roses, really. Yeah.
The Elusive Man. Is he in charge of all this?
Yeah, that's not his real name, of course. Nobody knows who he really is.
It was a code name the Alliance used for him. Kinda stuck.
Well, if I won't get any more answers here, let's get moving.
Now, the way I see it, I owe Cerberus a few $1 billion, or a few billion, what was it, credits, so, yeah. They did bring me back. Okay. Let's get out of here.
They've seen us.
Alright. Still have the grenade launcher, which is, you know, well, I do suppose Cerberus was, spearheading technological advancements and stuff, but it's still pretty darn entertaining.
Get over here!
Gotta hurt!
Okay, I don't wanna, go down, wait. It's a good place to use the, grenade launcher, but I kinda wanna save it for the big guy. Seems like a good idea to me, at least. Okay, datapad and personnel log.
Subject has been recovered, but the damage is far worse than we initially feared. In
Oh?
addition to the expected burns and internal injuries from the explosion, subject has suffered significant cellular breakdown due to long-term exposure to vacuum and sub-zero temperatures. Despite the extent of the physical trauma, Wilson assures me subject is salvageable. The Lazarus Project will proceed as planned.
Okay, fair enough. Now what is this? Ah, right. Something like that, right? I remember these. It's sort of slowly coming back to me, the hacking and the lockpicking, or the not literal lockpicking, but you know. I guess equivalent of, in many ways. And it's slowly starting to come back.
Come on, through here. We're almost at the... Miranda, but you were...
Dead?
What the hell are you doing?
And are you about to shoot us? Because, you know.
My job. Wilson betrayed us all.
You should have taken him alive. See what he knew.
Too risky. I've put too much time and effort bringing you back to life to let you get killed now.
You really think Wilson's capable of that?
Not anymore.
I had a feeling Wilson was just looking for a chance to shoot me in the back.
Good instincts. Some people are far too trusting to ever see that coming.
I'll tell you why he survived the mech attack and there were no mech corpses around him.
You mean the Elusive Man? I know you work for Cerberus.
And all the other scientists were dead or
Jake.
employees or whatever the hell they
Should've
were.
known your conscience would get the better of you.
Lying to the commander isn't the way to get him to join our cause.
Well, since we're getting everything out in the open, is there anything else you want to ask before we go, Commander?
Oh, I don't know, about 7 billion things?
Convenient that you show up as we're leaving. Where were you during the attack?
Besides trying to save your life, Wilson figured out I was helping you and he sent an army of mechs to take me out. I got here as soon as I could.
Fair enough.
Probably a little too soon if you ask Wilson.
You're the Lazarus Project's director, aren't you?
That's right. I put 2 years of my life into this project. Into you.
Why? I mean, not that I don't appreciate it. Thank you for bringing me back to life, but why?
What does Cerberus want from me?
Maybe you should ask the elusive man when you meet him. He poured virtually unlimited resources into Lazarus. Obviously, he has some kind of plan for you.
Yeah, and I guess I owe him a debt, so fair enough.
What about the rest of the people on the station?
This is the evac area. If they're not here now, they're not coming.
We can't leave without knowing for sure. We need to go back and look.
Don't you get it? The only one worth saving is you. Everyone else is expendable.
Hey,
Right.
now.
We all knew the risks when we signed up. Without you, there's no point to any of this.
I mean, if the two of you agree, I'm not going to argue, but seems a bit brutal. I wouldn't run my ship that way, but I guess I don't have a ship anymore, so I'm not one to say. Where are we going?
Where are we going?
Another Cerberus facility. The elusive man is waiting for you there.
Does that one... If I don't come along, of course I'm going to come along. I owe it to them, but does that one also have mechs trying to murder me? Does, yeah, might wanna, I don't know, meet on a beach somewhere instead.
I've had enough of this station to last a lifetime.
Or 2, in your case. Come on.
Fair enough.
Before you meet with the elusive man, we need to ask a few questions to evaluate your condition.
Come on, Miranda, more tests? Shepard took down those mechs without any trouble. That has to be good enough.
It's been 2 years since the attack. The elusive man needs to know that Shepard's personality and memories are intact. Ask the questions.
Yeah, I sort of, jumped over this. 2 years?
Did you say 2 years? I've been gone that long?
2 years and 12 days. And you were on an operating table for most of it.
The sooner we start, the sooner we can be done. Start with personal history.
Okay. Records show you grew up on Earth. Tough environment, no parents. You enlisted and you survived a Thresher Maw attack that wiped out the rest of your team. Do you remember that?
I lost a lot of friends that day. Going through something like that changes you. It can break you if you let it.
I read the report. 50 Marines died on Akuz. You were the only one who lived. Satisfied, Miranda?
Almost. Let's try something more recent. Vermeer, where you destroyed Saren's cloning facility. You had to leave one of your squad behind to die in the blast.
Careful.
Lieutenant Caden Alenko was killed in action. It was your call. Why did you leave him behind?
We should move on.
There are other tests we really should run.
Come on, Miranda. Enough with the quizzes. The memories are there, and I can vouch for Shepard's combat skills personally.
I suppose you're right. We'll have to hope the elusive man accepts our little field test as evidence enough. The elusive man is waiting for you in the other room.
Okay, just give me a minute. So, I am back from the dead, then, am I? And I'm just gonna have to fight and save humanity all over again, aren't I? I get that feeling. That's the only reason you brought me back. Well, I suppose it's better than the alternative. Maybe. I don't know.